Mom, I need you. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Mom, please don't hang up.
Florida, July 2025. Afternoon light slides across a quiet kitchen. A ceiling fan hums. The refrigerator clicks on. The clock on the wall keeps steady, harmless time. A phone lies on the counter, face down, silent. A life built on careful saving and simple routines moves forward, unchanged, until the phone vibrates. This story is based on real reporting out of Hillsborough County, Florida, including Fox 13 Tampa Bay and NBC 6. Just a buzz. Just another unknown number, the kind you usually ignore. Spam. Sales. Noise. Linda glances at the screen. The area code catches her eye. Then the first few digits. Her brain snaps to attention. It looks like her daughter's number, not exact, but close. Too close to feel random. Her finger hovers, then presses accept. A tiny decision, turning an ordinary afternoon into a crime scene. There is no hello, only chaos. A sharp breath, a strangled sob, a voice cracking under panic. It sounds like her daughter. Not somewhat, not almost. Exactly. The pitch, the rhythm, the tiny break when she says, "Mom." Years of history rush in. Cradle-side cries, teenage meltdowns behind a locked bedroom door, late-night phone calls after bad breakups. Her body recognizes the sound before her mind can question it. Her pulse surges. Her world narrows to that voice. Pieces of a story tumble out. A car, a crash, an intersection, a pregnant woman in another vehicle, sirens, police. The voice shakes as it spills the details. Words get tangled, sentences break apart. It's messy, disorganized, exactly like real fear. Linda doesn't think about inconsistencies. She doesn't ask how the phone survived. She doesn't stop to wonder why no official has called. Her brain has already made a decision. My daughter is in trouble. Everything else becomes background noise. Then, like a scene change, the tone of the call shifts. The crying fades. A new voice steps in. Male, even, measured. He introduces himself as an attorney, public defender, court-appointed. He lays out the facts with clinical precision. There has been an accident. A pregnant woman was transported to the hospital. Serious injury suspected. Police are involved. Charges are on the table. Each word drops like a weight. Linda feels her balance go. Then comes the lifeline. The judge, he says, is willing to set bond today. There is a window, a way to keep this from turning into a permanent stain on her daughter's life. $15,000 in cash. If she can produce it quickly, today now, they can process the paperwork. Her daughter walks out. No record that follows her forever. To him, it's a financial step. To her, it's everything. 15,000 is not just a number. It's unused vacations, skipped dinners out, the quiet, constant discipline of saying no for years, the spine of her retirement. But in this moment, money is theoretical. A daughter in a cell is not. Fear tilts the scale. Part of her still reaches for something solid, some proof. She wants to be sure. The man hears that hesitation. He's counting on it. He offers to let her talk to her daughter again. There is movement on the line, muffled voices, distance. Then the crying returns. Short, sharp, surgical. Apologies. Panic. The exact way her daughter's voice breaks when she is scared and trying to sound brave. It's like a fingerprint pressed against her heart. The last of her doubt dissolves. Of course it's her. Who else could sound this precise? The instructions come next. Simple, direct. Go to the bank. Withdraw $15,000 in cash. Do not tell them it's for bail. that could complicate the case, could delay processing. Place the money in a plain box. A legal courier will come to her house. He will collect the box. He will take it where it needs to go. The drive to the bank feels like a dream she can't wake from. Florida sun slams off the hood. Sweat beads on her hands. The radio stays off. Her mind loops the same thought. She needs me. Inside the bank, everything feels too normal. Soft carpet, neutral walls, posters about savings and mortgages. She fills out the slip. $15,000. The teller looks up, eyes narrowing just slightly. Is everything okay? They ask. Right here, in this tiny pause, the entire scam wobbles. But she's already been coached. She repeats the lie she was given. Home projects, renovation. The teller nods. The machine counts. Stacks of bills slide into an envelope. The weight of years lands in her hands. She leaves the bank feeling like she's carrying her daughter's future in her purse. Back home, the kitchen feels wrong. Nothing has moved, but everything has changed. She places the cash in a box, just like he said. When the car arrives, it's as ordinary as a shadow. Dark sedan, no logo. The man who steps out is built to be forgotten. Chapter. Sunglasses, neutral clothes. He doesn't ask questions. He takes the box with a quick practice motion, murmurs something about the office, and walks away. The car slips down the street and vanishes around the corner. The phone rings again. Same pattern, same knot in her chest. The attorney's voice is heavier now. He carries bad news like it's another form on his desk. The unborn child, he claims, has died. And now there's a settlement. 30,000 more. Another box, another courier. Linda knows there's nothing left. The 15,000 was everything. She says she can't. Her voice collapses under the admission. He suggests equity in the house, retirement funds, anything that can be liquidated. He tells her again to stop thinking like a banker. Think like a mother. In another room, someone else hears all of this. Her grandson. And something doesn't line up. Real attorneys don't send anonymous couriers for cash in boxes. Real courts don't demand envelopes of money under secrecy. He does something simple that cuts straight through the performance. He calls her mother on her normal number. It rings. She answers. Office noise filters through the speaker. She's fine. At her desk. No crash. No police. No hospital. Two parallel realities collide. The fake crisis in the kitchen. The ordinary day at work. When Linda hears her daughter, her actual daughter, speaking clearly, gently, confused but unharmed, the illusion shatters. The truth slams in. The voice she heard sobbing was not her child. The box she handed over was not bail. The man on the phone was never an attorney. He was a thief wearing the sound of her daughter's fear. Afterward, the house feels smaller. Reports are taken. Times, dates, numbers. And then the explanation. Criminals using AI to steal a voice. They don't need much. Just seconds of audio. Enough to mimic tone, pitch, cadence. Enough to manufacture panic that feels real enough to override doubt. $15,000. Gone in one afternoon. But the deeper loss is harder to measure. For most of her life, a voice has been proof. If it sounded like her daughter, it was her daughter. Now she knows better. The thing that made her sure was exactly what was used against her. The scammers didn't win because she was foolish. They won because she was devoted. Because she loved fiercely enough to move first and question later. They weaponized that love. The afternoon light has drifted a little on the floor. The clock keeps ticking. Nothing looks different, but everything is. Because this call was not a glitch. It was a warning, a preview of the kind of scam that doesn't just attack your bank account. It attacks your trust in the people you love most. If it can happen here, in a quiet Florida home, It can happen anywhere, to any family, to you. So the story turns outward, toward the viewer, toward the next vibrating phone on the next quiet afternoon. Because the voice you hear may sound perfect, perfectly familiar, perfectly terrified, perfectly fake. Never trust a call just because the voice sounds right. A sob, a mom, a dad, a desperate plea. All of it can be engineered. If a call hits you like a nightmare, hang up, breathe. Call your loved one back on the number you actually know. Bring another person in, a parent, a sibling, a friend. Scammers want you isolated. Isolation is where fear becomes obedience. Create a family code word. Short, simple, secret. If a terrifying call comes in, ask for it. If the voice on the line can't give it to you, you're not hearing your family. You're hearing a script. Listen for the money. Real police don't send unmarked couriers. Real courts don't demand cash in secret. If someone insists, don't tell the bank. That sentence is your red siren. Urgency plus secrecy equals a scam. Every time. And if you already fell for it, if you handed over the box, believe the voice, do not vanish into silence. Tell your bank, tell the police, tell your friends and family. Every story spoken aloud becomes armor for someone else. Remember where your voice lives. All those clips online, all those posts. Lovely memories. Perfect digital echoes. And now, raw material. You don't have to disappear from the internet. But you do have to understand. Anything public can be copied. Because this is the new frontier of fraud. They no longer need your password. They need your voice. They are hijacking relationships. Your greatest strength, your love, is now their favorite weapon. So answer carefully, question everything. And before you move money, make sure the voice on the line isn't just your fear wearing someone else's face.
Stay calm. Stay skeptical. Protect what you've worked for.